How do you become more social and less awkward? So let's get started. First is you have to stop thinking like talking to people is like a formula. It's not like if you input XYZ and then suddenly you'll get a friend. It's not really about doing or saying the right things because making friendships isn't really like taking a test. It's about two people showing their real personalities to see if they get along. And I know that might sound incredibly scary to some of you because you're showing your real self to other people. But if you're acting like how you think you should act, or you're way too nervous, you'll come off as very robotic. Because people are trying to talk to real people and not someone that's trying to fake a likable personality. People want to see your real interests and hobbies. But more importantly, they want to see someone that's happy and just proud to be themselves. Because if you're already having fun just by yourself, then it's that much easier to just have a good time. If you're looking to become a man that knows their way around the world, hit that subscribe button. Next, you really have to take off the pressure. If you're talking to someone and you're already thinking, am I interesting enough? What if I say something wrong? You are already putting pressure on yourself. And that's kind of like running around with weights just like strapped onto you. You won't really feel natural and you'll move in a very awkward way. And then people will start responding to you weird because you're acting weird. And then for a lot of people, this completes the cycle and reinforces the fact that they think they're an awkward person. And to break that cycle, you have to really start with dropping all that pressure. You don't need to say the right things or need other people to like you. You just need to be there and not feeling like you have to be someone that you are not. Because when you're willing to be yourself, that's when your real personality starts to come out. Like for instance, some people think building Legos might be really dorky, but then have you seen those videos where someone built an entire car out of Legos? I mean, that's actually interesting, right? When you start to take those pressure off, this is when you'll actually have fun in conversations and be able to like talk to people. Next is you really have to get some real-time experience. When you text and DM, you have like all the time in the world to think. But when you're talking to someone in real time, you have to read body cues and see people's reactions just like that. If you're not used to that, it's going to be very awkward for you. Because you miss the head nods, the inside jokes, and how people say a certain word. And that is why some people, they're not able to walk into a conversation and fit in. It's almost like a complete different language with texting versus in-person. So this is why the exposure of in-person is so important, and you want to do this as much as possible to kind of see and get used to all that environment. And honestly, even Zoom can't replace it. And I know it's gonna be awkward first, but you really have to focus on the body language and the timing and kind of see the whole person in together in person to be able to recognize and feel that language. Last is you need to practice giving full attention. If you have a habit of looking around or looking at your phone when you're talking to someone, honestly, that's gotta stop. I know we're in a generation where everyone's attention span is getting shorter and shorter, and now it's normal and harder to hold your attention for a longer period of time. And it's normal, harder to hold your attention without looking around. But in real person, if the other side feels like you are not listening, they are going to feel like you're not interested in what they have to say. Like honestly, on your phones, you can just swipe away if you feel like you're bored. But in real life, talking is something that requires your full attention. Sounds exhausting already. And then people usually mirrors what you do to them. If they think that you're not interested, they will also tune out. This is not the perfect analogy, but you can think of conversation as kind of like a racing game. The moment that you lose focus, you crash. You need to very actively listen, pay attention, and respond. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.